Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Sport ladder, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2017 season. So before we kick off, guys, I have a little plug to do. So you guys know I'm involved with the MBL. It is MBL Season 2 at the minute. I'm part of Team Leaky with my partner Hibiki, but I have to just tell you guys, basically, I'm going to pull it up on the screen here so you can see. So, I want to tell you guys about the MBL Multi-Battle League logo shirts that you can go and purchase. So you can get t-shirts in, I mean, look at this. These look awesome. Quality's really good for the t-shirts. You can get them in a variety of different flavours. I like that. I do like that. It's like, what colour is that? Is that like a charcoaly, sort of blue? That's really nice. Black, obviously a standard one. You get them in guys, girls, and even hoodies. So guys, you've got to go out and buy them, because if you go out and support the Multi-Battle League, it does help support the prize pool overall for the winning team, and it also goes towards providing some kind of funds towards the guys, the analysts, that kind of help really kind of push and keep everyone up to date with everything that's going on with that. So it is a really good cause for the MBL. You know, a lot of YouTubers are putting a lot of time into doing this up, especially, you know, Duncan and Beryl, who set the whole thing up. They put a lot of time and effort in, and I am missing a ton of names out here, but like all the people involved with the MBL do put a lot of time and effort in, and it is a really cool and unique thing. So, you know, I'm going to be buying one of these, so I will be featuring it on the channel here next week, probably, hopefully, depending on how long it takes to get to them, to get to me. But that was the plug, guys. I will leave a link in the description below if you guys want to go on and buy one of these tees or hoodies or whatever, just to show your support towards the Multi-Battle League. I'm not saying it's mandatory, it's just I need to put it out there, let you guys know, because if you don't know about it, how are you ever going to buy a cool shirt or a hoodie like this? So that is that, guys. And we're on to today's episode. Man, look at my hair, it's crazy. I tell you what as well, guys, it is so hot, like ridiculously hot. I don't know if you guys are in the UK or outside the UK. UK temperatures in the summer are normally pretty standard. We normally get a bit of sunshine, lots of rain. It's never really that hot. We are experiencing like this crazy heat wave at the minute. It's unbearable. And we don't have like aircon as standard in normal homes. So if you can hear a dull buzzing in the background, it's this big tower fan I have. It's like the only thing that's keeping me from melting at the minute, because it's so hot. So I do apologise if it is causing an interference. I don't know if it is, hopefully it's not, but if not, then I've just told you a crazy story about how hot it is in England and how English people can't stand the heat. But I love the heat, I love the heat. I should be adjusted to it. I've just come back off holiday, but it's like a different heat. It's weird to explain. And plus, I haven't got like a swimming pool or the sea to kind of just go and dive in to cool off, so there is that. But anyway, enough chit chat. I hope you guys are all having a great Wednesday, isn't it? Yes, it is Wednesday. And we will have a QR code series after this, so do stay tuned for that. Got a very special team lined up for this week, so I'll not let anything slip. But we are back. We had a couple of really good games yesterday with the Sazzle team that we're playing this week. So hopefully we can continue that on today and explore a few more things. Like, we featured briefly the Ninetales, and we featured briefly the Sazzle, but not really to any extent. So hopefully we can kind of get those featured today. And I'd also like to just say before we kind of get into it, because I'll start talking and we'll be in a match and I get cut off and all that. So I want to just say again, thank you to all you guys who have been getting in touch and just giving me feedback towards the structure of how we should kind of set up our weeks with series content and things like that. So I've decided, after all the feedback that you guys have given, that what we're going to do is this week we're going to play School of Hard Knocks every day, Monday to Friday. And then we're going to go into next week as our usual schedule. So Mondays we're going to have School of Hard Knocks, Tuesdays we'll have Battle Spot doubles, Wednesday, School of Hard Knocks QR code series. Thursday, Basketball Doubles. Friday, School of Hard Knocks. And then we're going to start Saturdays and Sundays having School of Hard Knocks as well, just to kind of keep up with that. And we're not going to lose any episodes from like the main series on the channel. So we'll trial it, we'll see how it goes. If you guys love it, then let me know. If not so much, we can move things around. And like I always say, like I'm doing content for you guys to watch, so it's kind of hopefully tailored to what you guys want to see. And that's the main thing about it. So thank you again, guys, and we'll try it so next week. And in other news, so next Friday, put it in your diaries, because it will be the 100th episode of the School of Hard Knocks, and I am planning on doing a live stream at 8 PM UK time next Friday, so that's the 30th of June. I've never done a live stream before, but we're going to do it. I'll try and get some guests on if I can. A lot of my friends are away out in Indianapolis, so it might be difficult, but we will have lots of special stuff on that episode, and I will be putting together a nice package of Pokemon goodies for a giveaway for one of you lucky viewers at home. So do stay tuned to see how you can enter that competition and tune in for the live stream. Obviously, guys, for you out there, because you know different time frames and you have other commitments and things like that, the competition won't be just sold on you tuning into the live stream. So the live stream will be put up onto the channel afterwards, and the competition will run for a week, 2 weeks maybe, and we'll see probably a week, I guess. But there is lots of really cool goodies. Like I'm putting in some Worlds stuff that I've collected over the years, so it's going to be a really cool goodie bag, and it's just a little way for me to say thank you to you guys for all the support that you've given me since starting this at like the start of the year. So it's been an amazing journey, and hopefully we have many hundred more School of Hard Knocks episodes, but we'll not get too sentimental just yet. We'll leave that for next Friday. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to whittle on anymore. Let's get on the battle spot. That's what you're here for, to see some games. So, like I said, I want to really feature that Ninetales Sazzle today. I think it'd be really good if we can kind of showcase that a little bit. I was a bit torn with the thumbnail for yesterday's video, because I put Sazzle on there just because we kind of featured it right at the end. And I kind of wish I'd waited to put the Sazzle on the thumbnail until we had a really cool game with it. So let's see what we can turn out today anyway. So we have our first opponent of the day, Rob, and he is running the horse. So that is the first thing, that's all we need to know. He's running horse. Horse is cool. Anyway, he's running Mudsdale, Kartana, Alola Muck, Tapu Fini, Arcanine, and Porygon 2. I really like the look of this team. It looks really solid. It's got that Tapu Fini, Arcanine, Kartana, AFK core there. You've got a nice Trick Room mod with the Porygon 2, and including the Mudsdale and that Alola Muck as well, that really kind of buff up everything and kind of cover a lot of its the AFK core's weaknesses. So let's see what we can do against this team. Right. Tapu Koko, how are you gonna fare here? Maybe not brilliantly. The Muck's gonna hit us pretty hard. Mudsdale is. I mean, we hit the Kartana, Tapu Fini good, but then Sazzle does a good job here, so I will bring that. I think I'll go Fini. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I go Ninetales here. It is pretty. It's hit pretty hard, isn't it? So let's go. Should I lock into this? Should I? I kind of want to bring the Ninetales because I want to get the Auroraville. I think in this match in particular it would be very good, but it's just the inclusion of Muck with the Kartana and the Arcanine. Like, if there wasn't all three of those, I know my opponent might not bring all three, but it kind of makes it really difficult for me to bring Ninetales, especially with the Trick Room switch there, because as soon as the Trick Room goes up, Ninetales is kind of a sitting duck for everything to kind of just start chipping away at it. So we might have better options not bringing it this game. So we see my opponent lead off with the Tapu Fini and the Muck. We lead off with our Tapu Fini and our Sazzle. So both leading with our poison types. What can we do? So I could fake out either target, to be fair. We're probably better off fake outing the Tapu Fini, to be honest. Yeah. Or I could just go for a... Yeah, you know what? I'll actually go for the fake out into the Tapu Fini, and I'm just going to go for a... I'm just going to go for a Muddy Water with my Tapu Fini. Like, I could go for a Poisonium Z into that Tapu Fini slot, but I don't want to waste it into a Protect, so that's why I've kind of just done the fake out there. We shouldn't be getting KO'd by either Pokemon here, unless that Muck has Gunk Shot, but we know its accuracy isn't the best, so... No, but we just see a Poison Jab come out from the Muck. Does very good damage to Tapu Fini. Right. I want to go for the Poisonium Z now into that, the Acid Downpour into that Tapu Fini. We could have went for it last turn, but let's go for it this turn. And this should pick up the KO. And I'm just gonna... Yeah, because we will go down to a Poison Jab this next turn. So I could switch in Porygon too, but then we are a bit at risk from... Let's bring the Mudsdale in. No. Let's not. Let's just protect Tapu Fini this turn. I don't want to just make any rash decisions and lose something unnecessarily. So we'll just protect the Fini here. Oh, and the Tapu Fini withdraws. So we should have caught it that first turn. And this is the worst. The worst, because this Kartana will... Dang. Yeah. It's a nice switch from my opponent, and that's one of the problems with this Poisonium Z. So it will not affect the Kartana because it is a Steel type. We do see a knockoff come out into the Sazzle, so we could have got an attack off that Tapu Fini here, and now we're not in a good position at all. We do threaten the Kartana. The overheat damage. But the Kartana really has to protect here, I would imagine. Has to protect. What am I going to do? Like, I want to Sludge Bomb into the Kartana slot because I expect it to switch out here. I really do expect it to switch out. But I'm not going to. I'm going to just switch my Fini into my P2 and go for the overheat. I'm going to bottle it a little bit. Ah, here comes the Fini, I bet. Oh, it's a Mudsdale. Okay. Right, well, that's not the worst thing in the world, but I do get the overheat. And a Muddy Water. I swear I switched out there, but I mustn't have done. So we get a bit of extra damage onto both Pokemon. And another Poison Jab. Right, okay. So this is a good opportunity for us to get P2 in. And let's see what a boost is here. It's special attack that does us a lot of favours. Special attack, excellent. So what I'm going to do, just to prevent this Muck going for a knockoff into my P2, because I don't want to lose the Eviolite, I'm going to Encore it, and I'm just going to Trick Room here. So the Mudsdale protects. That was weird screen animation. We get the Encore off onto the Muck. And it's just going to use another Poison Jab. Yeah, into the P2. But because of the Misty Terrain, we'll be able to take that a bit better. Okay. Now I'm going to switch in Mudsdale for Sazzle. Keep Sazzle in the back. and I'm going to go for an Ice Beam into that Mudsdale slot. So we see the Muck withdraw, Tapu Fini come back onto the field. Let's see what this opposing Mudsdale goes for. High horsepower into my Mudsdale. We do take it, but it's not ideal. We should be able to pick up the KO here though onto this Mudsdale. Ooh, we don't. Just miss out. Okay. And the Misty Terrain disappears from the field. So, right. Kind of need to double into that Tapu Fini, don't we? And I don't think... like we could go for a Rock Slide, go for the flinch chance, which is probably the best option at the minute, really. Yeah, we'll do that. Go for the flinch and then just return into it, get some damage onto it. So we see Superpower from the Mudsdale into the Porygon 2. Do survive it, but it does do a chunk of damage. Mudsdale avoids. It's always something, always. We get the return anyway, and we do hit the Tapu Fini, so there's every chance it might flinch here. No, flinch. And it does hit the Muddy Water. But somehow, both of our Pokemon hang on. P2's going to go down here, isn't it? Really. I'm going to go for a high horsepower into the Fini, and I'm going to bring in Sazzle just to sack it here, because that Mudsdale can threaten the KO. It's a bit annoying that we missed the Rock Slide there, because then we wouldn't have had to contend with this. We could have just recovered quite easily with our P2 here. So we're probably going to sack P2, because that Mudsdale probably will... No, smartly attacks into my Mudsdale. Okay, so we do avoid, so that's fine. It is not looking very good though. Get another special attack boost. So we'll go for a recover, and we've got to fake out the Mudsdale. We have to fake out the Mudsdale, because otherwise we lose the P2. Yeah, it's probably the best option, because Muddy Water can always miss the Sazzle again. So, get the fake out onto the Mudsdale. Do take it down eventually, and we get a recover off. So we've really got to hope that this Muddy Water misses from this Tapu Fini, if we stand any chance. And it doesn't, it connects. So, never mind. And we take an accuracy drop as well, just for boot. Yeah, and Kartana can just come in here and just clean up. Well, Kartana or Muck, so there's not a lot we can do. So we will just forfeit right now to save some time and go straight into our next game. A bit of a disappointing start, to be honest. I think we could have played that a lot better. I think the big thing was that turn one, not going for the acid downpour that turn and just going for the fake out, and then obviously my opponent switching into the Kartana, expecting probably just a Sludge Bomb that next turn, really cashing in on that switch. Which I kind of expected that first turn, so I don't know. I guess in that position they probably thought, good game to my opponent, by the way, I haven't even said that. I guess they probably thought if I don't fake out if I fake out the muck, then they get a muddy water off. If I fake out the finny, then they get an attack off with the muck. So in that kind of logic of it, we probably should have went for that first turn. But never mind, just one of those things. And then, you know, later on, we kind of had the knock-on effect to the rock slide miss, which didn't help at all. But we can't use that as an excuse. I think my opponent just played the board very well that game. So we have a next opponent, next chance to redeem ourselves, and I wonder if this is an Eevee team. So we might have to see that special animation that Geo made for us again in this episode, if we do see it come out. So we've got my opponent's team of Incineroar, Mimikyu, Alola Ninetales, Eevee, Kommo-o, and Lycanroc. It's a bit of a weird bunch of Pokemon. I'm not really knowing what to expect. Strategy-wise, the Lycanroc's fast. Stab Rock. You've got a Trick Room mode, I guess, with the Mimikyu. The Eevee Extreme Evo Boost should be a bit of a pain to deal with. I think I'm going to lead Sazzle Ninetales here. I don't know whether I want to bring Porygon 2. I do probably want to bring the Mudsdale and the Tapu Fini. I mean, to be honest though, I'm not going to bring the Sazzle. Sorry, I couldn't talk while doing that. I don't think the Sazzle is going to be too much use here. I think we're going to have better mileage out of getting an Auroraville up and then trying to set a Trick Room up of our own. We can't rely on my opponent trying to go for the Trick Room. They might not bring the Mimikyu, and they might not go down the Trick Room route. They might go the Eevee route. So I think we need some better assurances against that. So we see my opponent lead off with the Ninetales and that Mimikyu. So Sazzle would have been not bad here, but it's not the worst thing in the world. So we'll see the Hail activate on the field, and we'll get the Misty Terrain up as well. So I will go for the Auroraville here with my Ninetales, and I will just go for a Muddy Water, because I just want to break the disguise on that Mimikyu if I can. Break the Sash on that Ninetales as well. So we'll get our Auroraville up. And ooh, we see a Sword Stance. So that's interesting. Okay. What's the Ninetales going to go for? So it's a very slow Ninetales, which is interesting because it definitely went after the Mimikyu, which is interesting. So we do get the Muddy Water off, get a critical hit on the Ninetales, which is a bit unfortunate for my opponent since the Auroraville has already went up. And so what I think I might do here is let's go for a substitute with my Ninetales, and I'm going to go for another Muddy Water. So hopefully that Mimikyu attacks into my Ninetales slot. And the Ninetales in the opposing end of the field isn't doing too much. So we see Shadow Sneak from the Mimikyu, doing not bad damage, and we get the sub up. We see a Dazzling Gleam. Hopefully this doesn't break the sub. Shouldn't do. No. Ugh. Ninetales avoids. We do get the Muddy Water off though. So this next turn, I'm going to go for a Blizzard, and I'm going to go for a heal pulse onto my Ninetales with my Tapu Fini, just to get that health back that we lost through the Shadow Sneak and the sub damage. So there's the Blizzard. And we're just trying to chip down both these Pokemon basically. We see a Play Rough come out into the Tapu Fini slot, but because of the bulk on Tapu Fini we are able to take that. See another Dazzling Gleam. This probably will break the sub, I would imagine. Tapu Fini hangs on, takes it nicely though, and we do get that heal pulse off, which is really nice. Go all the way back up to nearly full health. So that Mimikyu, I think, is probably creeping very close to getting KO'd by Blizzard now. So I'm just going to go for a sub again, and I'm just going to protect my Tapu Fini this turn, because we want that Mimikyu to take at least another round of chip damage, and then we can go for the Blizzard the next turn. So we'll get the protect off with Fini. See another Shadow Sneak, but it's into the Tapu Fini this time, so that suits us a lot better, because we know we can take a Dazzling Gleam from this Ninetales. Ooh, and we see a Confuse Ray, but because of the Misty Terrain being present, it doesn't do anything. So, and yeah, that Mimikyu should be in Blizzard range now. And what I'll do this turn, because it's obvious that we'll probably see a Shadow Sneak onto the Tapu Fini slot, is I'm going to switch it out to Porygon 2. Just because it won't affect it. And it would make sense for the Mimikyu to kind of target into that slot after the Tapu Fini's just protected that last turn. So hopefully we get through this, take no damage, that would be nice. And we pick up the KO with the Blizzard. So we're going to get a download boost in attack, which is great. So there's the Shadow Sneak into the P2, doesn't affect. We get the Blizzard off with Ninetales. And pick up the KO, which is nice. Super nice. And we just see a Dazzling Gleam come out from the Poison Ninetales. And the hail stops. And there, Aurora Veil wears off. But ours doesn't, because our Ninetales has Light Clay, so we get 8 turns of the Aurora Veil, whereas they only get 5. And now if they want to get it back up, they've got to switch that Ninetales out to get the hail back up again. I think what I'm going to do is just go for a Blizzard here, and could my opponent have in the back? Let's think. Como, oh yeah, I'm going to set the Trick Room up while I've got a chance to, and then we can try and get Mudsdale in, and then that should make things a lot easier to close the game out. So we just get the Blizzard. We miss the opposing Ninetales, but do hit the Incineroar. See another Dazzling Gleam. This should pick up the KO on the sub, and hopefully we see the Incineroar target down the Ninetales just to get rid of it now, so we get the Mudsdale in for free. We do see a Cross Chop though, but it is into the P2. Alright. But because of the Aurora Veil that we've got up still, we are able to take that quite comfortably. So I'm just going to switch in Mudsdale here. I'm just going to go for a return into that Ninetales. That should be enough to pick up the KO after the attack boost that we got through the download ability. The Incineroar, what's it going to go for? Probably another Cross Chop, I'd imagine. We've got to be careful though, because it is a high crit rate, so that wouldn't be ideal if it does get a crit. Get the return off and pick up the KO onto the Ninetales. It's nice. And we'll see a Flare Blitz. So, worst thing is we could get burned. Hopefully no burn. Stamina ability does get activated. No burn. So that's good. So this next turn, depending on what my opponent's last Pokemon is, we're sitting in a pretty decent position. We're threatening the Incineroar with our Mudsdale, high horsepower. and we see the Como all come in, which does threaten my Porygon too, but I think because we've still got the Aurora Veil up, we should be alright. So I'm just going to high horsepower into that Incineroar, and I'm going to go for just an Ice Beam into the Como, just to get some damage off onto it. Because at the end of the day, we've still got, as long as we get rid of the Incineroar, like we're going to do now, hopefully. Yeah, we've got the Ninetales in the back to come in. Worst case scenario for this Como. We get the Ice Beam off as well. So this should do a decent amount. Yeah, 50%, so we'll be able to... Yeah, and we see an Outrage. Not such a common attack that you see. It is into the Mudsdale. It does just further activate that. And our Aurora Veil eventually wears off, but we should be able to close the game up now. So I'm just going to high horsepower into the Como and just follow up with another Ice Beam from Porygon 2. And that should wrap things up. So there's a high horsepower. It's weird, this Trick Room mod we're using a lot, but it seems to be very strong. It's a bit like a variant of Porygon 2 Gigalith or Porygon 2 Araquanid. You're just kind of putting in the Mudsdale. I feel like it has such a good matchup at the minute with a lot of things in the metagame like Arcanine Muck. We've been through it a million times, but I do feel like it's very good at the moment in the current format. So it's nice to see it kind of performing well and doing a decent enough job. So we'll wrap things up there, guys. We've had 2 really good games, to be honest. The first game, like I say, there was a lot of players there that I could have made differently, and I think just not being ballsy enough in the first step really cost us, and then my opponent just making the better plays and kind of really cashing in on them made it really difficult to get anything out of that game. But that last game was a lot better, wasn't it? We controlled the field again, and it was a lot like how we controlled that Tapu Lele Drift Blim team. The Tapu Koko Drift Blim team from yesterday's episode. So hopefully we continue that into tomorrow's episode, and things are on the up. So I am still really enjoying the team. It was nice to feature that Ninetales in this episode as well, because there it performed exactly how I kind of wanted it to perform. It's like a Pursuito, like Protect almost, that substitute on it, because it's outspeeding so much. It's just like a secondary Protect sometimes, and especially behind the Aurora Veil as well, it does come in very handy. So you know, it is kind of conflicting as well with Ninetales sometimes, because Ninetales is one of those Pokemon that you want to be switching out to get the hail back up and make use of your weather, but in certain situations where you can't freely switch out because you're fearing maybe switching in something onto a Z move maybe, or into a super effective attack like from an Arcanine for instance, and you don't want to switch in. Trying to think what I've got to switch in, but just say anything that I want to switch in that situation, I can just sub, burn the damage, protect, burn the damage, and you know, it gives my other side of the field some options to move around while they're kind of targeting down the Ninetales. And subs kind of do have that effect where they draw in a lot of attention for your opponent to kind of prioritize to get rid of, because it's like an extra barrier before you can actually take the Pokemon down. So in that thinking, it kind of worked, but it did kind of come across a little bit there. Hopefully as we go on, we can kind of explore that a bit more and some more concepts behind that moveset and spread that I've got on it. So, but like I say, we'll wrap things up there, guys. As always, if you have enjoyed this episode, please leave a like on the video. It is massively appreciated. It does really help the channel. If you're new to the whole channel, do subscribe, and then you will stay up to date with when all of our daily content comes out from our School of Hard Knocks, Battle Spot Double Series, QR Code, and MBL Season 2 matches as well. So do that, guys, if you're new to the channel, and welcome as well. So we'll be back very shortly with an episode of our QR Code series for this week, so do stay tuned for that, guys. If you've got any questions about the team or today's episode, do leave them in the comment section below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. But until tomorrow, where we will have another episode of our School of Hard Knocks series, I was about to say QR Code series, I will see you later. So until then, guys, take care and bye bye.